Welcome to a Tones TV OG55 collab. I got Tones TV with me. I got Candid Camper and Jared from Capture the Magic. Today we're talking all about Warner Brothers. Who's going to get the rose in this corporate bachelor? Who is going to get
Great
this
question.
amazing, right? It's crazy. Who's going to get this amazing studio? Is it going to be Comcast? Is it going to be Paramount? Is it going to be Netflix? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the Disney 2025 box office. Not great, Bob, but we'll talk about it up next here on Tones TV /OG55. Tones, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man, and thank you for the intro. We all love an OG intro. We were talking about this earlier, but yeah, it's good to be back, man. It's my first live on YouTube in probably like 6 months. We've been just grinding on TikTok, having a bunch of fun over there. But we're gonna be putting more videos out. We got Stranger Things coming out on the 26th, so we're gonna be doing breakdowns with that. And we're also gonna be doing trailer reactions again, all that good stuff coming up soon. Yes,
Great.
we are rebranded from the Bad Thoughts Studio to back to Tones TV. It's just more accessible. People would search Tones TV and not find my YouTube channel. So we're going back to Tones TV from Bad Thoughts Studio. But yeah, so we're here, and OG, Jared, Candid, thank y'all for joining us. It's gonna be a fun little talk. I seen you guys talking about it on your guys' live a couple days ago, and I thought, why not? Let's chime in a little bit, and I do want to hear Candid's opinion on this, because I don't think we've talked about this, have we? But
No, I
the
don't
sale.
talk to you about nothing anymore.
I know, because you don't call me. You don't let me chat.
I try not to. I keep it to myself.
But
yeah,
Tones, I
yeah.
want to thank you for coming on, brother. Now
Absolutely.
you're killing it on TikTok, dude. Absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun over there, bro. It's cool to start the community that I have there, and it's grown since. And I have so many friends, people I can call friends now on the app, and people who are very generous and kind to me, and they also see me for who I am too. They're able to tell me what kind of person I am, and that's cool to, as a community, to start something, and they could see what kind of man I am. And they tell me, like people, Alyssa in here, we got Tinker Proof, we got Amy in here, Rachel, like people. Those are people from TikTok, and they're very cool people as well. Definitely good to have good conversations on that for sure.
100%. Okay, so before I introduce the rest of the panel, Tones, where can everybody find you on social media if they're watching on OG55?
Yeah, you guys can find me at Tones TV, obviously on YouTube and TikTok. We do a lot of movie and TV show reviews over there. Like I said, we're going to be doing all kinds of Stranger Things in the next couple months. January, we're doing A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, some Game of Thrones spinoffs, and of course another Game of Thrones spinoff, House of the Dragon, in the summer. So we're covering all that good stuff and multiple other shows. But Tones TV, you can find me on all platforms.
There we go. And from right here, Tones is a big Jordan fan. He doesn't really care for Steph Curry, so we'll talk about that later.
That's what I've heard.
That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. Rumor has it. I don't know. but I don't know anything about sports. I'm all here talking like I know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what any of this is.
I don't know modern as much. I know up until 2017. And after that, I quit watching. So, like, I see names now, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, all the guys that are old now, I'm like, aren't they still good? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it just changes like that.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
It's wild.
Absolutely.
It's wild. But Jared, welcome back on OG55 and first time on Tones TV.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to finally meet Tones and Candid Camper and Tones. Listen, we're all entitled to our wrong opinions when it comes to all sorts of things. It's fine. I have them sometimes, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm glad to be here. You can find me at Cap the Magic here on YouTube and social media. And if you want actual theme park tips on the East Coast, go to CTM Podcast with my wife, and I have a podcast over there. And happy to be here. Happy to talk about these things. And I need to catch up on Stranger Things. So I actually watched season 1 when my daughter was born, all in one night, because I had to stay up with her one night. I haven't seen anything since then, but I loved season 1. So I do need to catch up to everything, because I do want to catch the final season.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick show. I'm like 2 seasons behind, but
I love the 80s vibe. Like, I feel like season 1 was one of the best seasons of TV I remember in the past, like, 10 years. Like, it was really good.
The best part about season 1 is most people say that it could be a standalone season, and it could have stopped right there, and it would have been one of the best TV shows ever, just by the first season. but then we get 4 more seasons after it. So it's a good show. We fell in love with it for sure.
Absolutely. Jared, thank you for joining. Appreciate you as
Absolutely.
always, sir. Make everybody. I will be linking everyone's information in the description down below, so you can follow very easily. Mr. Candy Camper with your Halloween shirt. How are you today, sir?
This is not really live. It's recorded back in October. So
Exactly.
no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
We're time traveling, But Candid, we just had you on the show the other day talking Zootopia with Mr. Tommy Toon. Shout out to Tommy. But fun conversation. But if you want to let everybody home know what you kind of do on YouTube and kind of give you a little bit of history on what you're all about, and then where they can find you, sir.
Yeah, definitely. So as you guys know, I was doing a lot of random stuff on my YouTube, but we rebranded a little bit a while back. Now it's Candid Camper's Theme Park Thoughts. So just random thoughts of how I feel that day. I'll go for a walk, and if whatever pops in my mind, I'll record it and send it to you guys. I mean, whether it's what would you keep, what would you get rid of, what would you change? I like to do a lot of stuff like that. So come over to YouTube, catch me on there, and then over on TikTok at Candid Camper TPT or Candid Camper.
There we go. I'll be linking everybody's information in the description down below. We got Lucas Kim in the house. What's going on, Lucas? We got Cher, the lovely Cher. We got Sam Chat. We got Cassandra. We got Alyssa, Rogue Attraction. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. The first topic on the books, because this is a big one. And I know we talked about it on OG55, but we got to talk more about it because this is a big, big story here. This is courtesy of the Hollywood Reporter. Paramount, Comcast, and Netflix make official bids for Warner Brothers Discovery as high-stakes fight for the company begins. The first round bids were non-binding, with things likely to evolve over the coming weeks. It was not immediately clear if Saudi Arabia or other Middle Eastern funds were involved in any bid. Now, Tones, I'll start with you, man. Like, what's going on with this? What are your thoughts on this? Because, we're hearing talks like Saudi Arabia is getting involved now. Yeah. We hear it's getting pretty hot and heavy with Comcast Universal, which is that's my boy, Brian. Roberts is my guy. That's who I'm rooting for. No, I make no bones about it. I do have a Brian Roberts bias in this particular fight. But we also have Paramount and Netflix. Netflix actually just announced that the Warner Brothers stuff will be theatrical. So they're kind of trying to, ease concerns with that. But Tones, I haven't had you on. We haven't talked about this. What are your thoughts on overall this whole acquisition battle?
So, I originally had, asked the question, why is Warner Brothers consistently going up for sale? And you guys answered it perfectly for me. And, it's my thing about it is what happens with the studio side. Obviously, you guys know that I do a lot of studio videos and what's going on with that. Today was the day that they had to put in the non-binding bids, the 20th. And I believe the 3 people that we do know of is Comcast, Paramount, and Netflix. And I think the Saudis, I'm not sure what company what company they represent, but they had a bid in there. And then I believe there's one more big company. But it just goes to show that people want Warner Brothers, or people are, I guess, lusting for those shows that are on those platforms, because everything on HBO is golden right now. It's insane. And that's what's confusing about this whole thing. Why are they selling? And if you guys can explain to me again why they are selling, because these, you get DC, you get Game of Thrones universe, you get Harry Potter, which just put billions of dollars into a 10-year project, which is going to make probably even more than that. Like, what's the purpose of selling this company if you're getting shows like that to make your money back?
My opinion on that, Tones, is, David Zaslav came from Discovery. And Discovery, they have shows like what was like House Flippers and stuff like that. I think this was the goal from the get-go. I think what he was doing was trying to make Warner Brothers a leaner company, a more profitable company, and he was going to flip it. I think honestly that was the goal from the jump. I really do. I'm really getting that vibe that he wanted to do this from the beginning. And it's sad. Because Warner Brothers is such a great studio, and I hate to see it being used like that. That's just the vibe I'm getting. And I could be completely off base, but Jared, what are your thoughts on that? And then I'll go to Candid.
I agree. I think Zaslav is your typical 80s hatchet man, which they used to do this in companies where they'd bring in somebody, and they cut the fat off. They fire a bunch of people. They're the bad guy, and then they get rid of him, and they bring in the nice guy who comes in and runs it after the fact. I've always felt Zaslav is kind of that role where he's just trying to. They had a bunch of debt, and I agree. Like Warner Brothers was on top of the world in the early 2000s, like the Batman trilogy, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and it's just been horrible decisions they've made from the studio side since then. And I think it's just all the debt they have, and they've have this summer they did better at the box office, but they've been setting this up to sell for years. Ever since AOL bought them, they just basically have it's been just nothing but kind of not the best performance. So I think that's probably why Warner Brothers is up for sale, but they have great IPs. Like we've talked about many times. I'm on the same way with you, OG. I think Comcast makes the most sense to get it. I think that they would do well by those IPs. And I think it really depends on, is Warner Brothers selling just to get the most money, or do they care? Like, are they trying to find like a quote unquote good parent that's going to take care of these IPs and that brand name? And if that is the case, I do feel like Comcast is the most stable choice, because Paramount, question marks with the Ellisons, they're aggressive, but they're unproven. Netflix, like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, they're kind of different from typical studios. You don't really know what they'll do with it. So I don't know. It really depends on what Warner Brothers is looking for, if it's just money or if it's other factors that go into it, I think.
That's a really great question.
It is. No, it's great. And I feel like I'm actually not really sure what the answer to that is, because I think Zaslav, I could be wrong on this, and correct me in the chat or on the panel if I'm wrong, but I think Zaslav like even expressed desire for a bidding war.
Oh yeah, he said that multiple times. Yeah.
That doesn't bode well for like, let's find the best parent. Like, that sounds more like, I want to make sure that I get the money. Yeah, like I don't really love that, right? Like that kind of worries me a little bit, but I don't know. But what are your thoughts, Candid? What are your I mean, I haven't talked about this either. I mean, are you concerned about this, or who are you rooting for?
I want Comcast to get it, but the thing is, like, how much of the rights are we really gonna get? I mean, they could turn around to split things up, right, and move certain areas to certain places. My whole thing is, I don't care who gets it, as long as the back catalog gets to travel with it. If Comcast gets it, then I think that is a better fit, because if there's somehow any tie-ins to theme parks, that's what I want more of. I want Scooby-Doo to last forever. That's been my mission in life. So as long as we get Scooby-Doo somewhere, or more of Scooby-Doo, I don't care who has it. I just think Netflix is one of those people that kind of, they're the ones I see that ruin things in a sense. They try to throw too much money into one place, or they do the most minimal amount of work for something that's supposed to be way bigger. And I feel like they did that with the Avatar, the last Airbender. I feel like they did a decent job, but now it's going to take 4 years to get another one. They're just really slow in action. Same with One Piece. One Piece was amazing, but just so slow, and there's just a lot to it, where I feel like Comcast would do a better job with using some of those franchises. And I'm not sure, but do they own Lord of the Rings still, or was Lord of the Rings given out a while back, right?
They still have Lord of the Rings. The Amazon deal was for the Silmarillion, I think that's how you say that, which is like the preamble essentially to those books, because they can't use like Gandalf and certain names in that series they have on Amazon, but they don't have the full rights. It's just for that kind of prequel type thing, I think.
Gotcha. And that always brings up another thought in my mind. If you do get those rights and you do get to use them for parks, I mean, that's just a way bigger market share now for Comcast, especially if they want to make an extra gate somewhere if they needed to. Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, what else? Game of Thrones. Like, it can be massive.
No, 100%, Marcus. And here's the thing. I mean, Paramount, they do have a theme park presence. We talked about it, Jared, I think in the group text, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same as a Universal, right? I mean, they have like, I think, a SpongeBob thing in the Mall of America, and they license out
Middle East park, don't they? Or
they
were supposed to do one, I think, in the Middle East. Either they have one or they're going to do one in the Middle East, but it's not going to be like a Disney or Universal type park, though.
No,
kind of more probably like Six Flags ish, I think.
100%. And what Universal could do with that DC IP, and we talk about it, but again, not everyone watches every video, and we have Tonez TV, your audience here too. I mean, can you imagine, Tonez? I mean, picture this, right? Universal, what they've done with Harry Potter and those lands, what they could do with the DC, what they could do with the Gotham City, bro.
Just take my money now. Just take.
Yeah.
I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it would be insane what they could do with it. And I would just love to see, because I think Comcast Universal has done a really good job at sort of fostering IPs that they've even acquired or that they're licensed out, right? So they've done right by Nintendo. They've done right by Harry Potter, which are licensed properties, but they've also done right by properties they've acquired, like DreamWorks. You know, that studio is doing very well under Comcast. So you're right, Jared. I feel very like, okay, like they're not going to mess this up too badly. Like it's going to be okay with Comcast. Paramount, I don't really know, because Paramount, yeah, they've had good stuff like Top Gun Maverick, but they've also had like, you know, kind of dog poop with like a lot of the Ninja Turtle stuff and like,
oh, don't get me started.
MTV.
Oh, they ruined Ninja Turtles.
And they just announced the cancellation of Ninja Turtles today. I don't know if you guys
good, because the only Ninja Turtles that exist is the one from the 80s, in my opinion. No, well, and that's the thing. Like you talk about Netflix, the worry I think there is that a WB stuff just becomes more quote content. Like it's just going to be more stuff they would put out and not have the like dedicated heart and feel to it. Like, you know, I think somebody in the chat said it. They'll put out a season, and there's been a few Netflix shows that I'm like, that's a really good show, and then they cancel it because they have a very strict metrics they use. So it's like they could go to use this stuff, and then it doesn't do well, and they just kind of ditch it. Where Paramount, I almost look at Paramount like a new company because now the Ellisons are in charge, and so like all the stuff that Paramount has done, I don't really know how much that means now with this new ownership. But I will say Taylor Sheridan shows on Paramount Plus are bangers. Like it's a very underrated streamer for all those shows. Like Landman is really good. I think the second season just came out there. So, I mean, to me, I think Paramount and Comcast, if I was Warner Brothers, I mean, here I am trying to act like I'm a CEO of Warner Brothers, but I would be looking at those two, I think, more seriously than probably Netflix. But who knows? I mean, who knows where any of this is really at?
So a question for you guys. So if Comcast buys WB, they would be able to do things more in the Universal parks. Is that what you guys are telling me?
Yeah.
Yes, to some degree. I mean, DC's a little more complicated because Six Flags has a deal with DC already.
Yeah.
But like in terms of everything else, pretty much, I mean, they wouldn't have to pay Warner Brothers licensing fees for Harry Potter. They would have free reign with that. They would have all the Hanna-Barbera stuff, you know, like Scooby-Doo and all that stuff would be completely, you know, free to use. Animaniacs, Tiny Toons.
Dude, Animaniacs. Oh man, if they could do well, and like I've said before, I don't think it's that big of a leap if Comcast gets Warner Brothers, where Six Flags is, and they're closing a bunch of parks. They're in debt. I don't think it would really take that much to be like, hey, let's talk. Yeah, give us DC. And I mean, gosh, like I've always said, they'll never get rid of Marvel Superhero Island unless Disney backs up the Brinks truck, or they find something better to put there. DC, and they would be in charge of the DC universe, so they would have control not only in the parks but the movie side. Plus, you throw in HBO Max and make them a bigger streamer. Like, that's one reason. I mean, a lot of the park stuff, I'm rooting for Comcast for that reason. But I think it would open up a ton of stuff they could do into the theme parks.
I think 100%. There's still a problem. Sorry, go ahead, Ochi.
Oh no, go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
I was gonna say still think there's a problem with that, and like I said, it's gonna be the money. And I still feel like even with all the mergers and everything that happened over with Six Flags, they're still hurting. And I think if DC was to go away, that would be just the end of all of them. And then on top of that too, Magic Mountain has an actual DC like universe built in there, all through the whole backside of that theme park. So they would have to do a lot of retheming and removal. I just don't think they would do it.
Although I would say, if Comcast has Saudi money, I mean, those dudes have more money than. I mean, yeah. We were talking about the other night. They don't even know how much money the Saudis have. It's in the trillions. They don't even count it when they talk about the world's richest man or whatever. They don't count the Saudis because they would be number one. Dude, so who knows how much money they actually have? So I mean, if the Saudis are backing Comcast, which I mean, Brian Roberts went over there and talked to him, and Paramount was rumored to, but Ellison shot that down and said that they didn't have any deal going with the Saudis. I'm not saying that it would be easier. Maybe Six Flags would resist it, but at some point, I would assume a dollar amount would be like, okay, that works for us. But who knows?
I mean, what I want to say. Can you go back to Alyssa's Game of Thrones thing? I know.
I got you
here, but OG and Candid, what how long ago did I ask for this?
Oh, dude.
Anything Game of Thrones in a theme park, and how beneficial it would be for them to do it, especially with all the announcements. There's been so many announcements for different spin-offs and shows coming out, plus the amount of success that Game of Thrones had in the first place, other than the last season, but it was still a success nonetheless. Imagine fucking Game of Thrones in a theme park. Just
What if they did it though and gave you just season 8?
I wouldn't, honestly wouldn't give a shit. Wouldn't give a shit, bro. Fuck it.
They're like, it's for you, Tones. Season
That's how
8.
much I would love Game of Thrones in a theme park. And you guys know that I don't attend theme parks as much as a lot of people, but when I go, I have a lot of fun. And if I were to go to a game of, like, it's just it's amazing to just think about. But not just that, like what Universal could do with all the IPs they'll get with Warner Brothers, like they can add on so much more too. It'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Game of Thrones in theme park space would be absolutely insane. With the aesthetics, the castles, all that stuff, with the dragons. I mean, that would be insane. And honestly, yeah, it is more of an adult franchise, but I feel like Universal could kind of get away with that. Like, you're not putting this in Magic
100%.
Kingdom or something.
You could do
know?
it. Think about walking around that land with like the Game of Thrones music playing the whole time too.
Absolutely. The bars you can put in there as well from the show.
Yeah.
And also, like, I mean, I know How to Train a Dragon is more of a TV or more of a I guess a younger audience, but it's still a great fucking TV show or a great movie rather. They can kind of do something similar to what they did with the How to Train a Dragon stuff at, where is it at? Epic?
That's at Epic, yeah.
Epic. That's amazing to look at too. So I mean,
that land is awesome.
There's so much shit they could do with Game of Thrones, and I honestly believe they're missing out on people going to the park specifically to see that if they were to put like a land or something there.
That's what they did in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, people specifically go there just for Harry Potter. I mean, there's nothing else for me. It'd just be Harry Potter. Especially in the Universal here, like I feel like it's so small that you're kind of going either for that or what, Mario.
Yeah, I go for
I'm
the
not
tram
going for
tour.
Jurassic Park, right? All right, there you go. Oh, yeah, tram tour. I forgot about that.
That's pretty sick. I like the tram tour, but no, I understand what you're saying. Now, Candid, are you a big Potter fan though with the movies, or are you just a theme park Potter?
Yes.
Is he?
Actually, never been to the Potterlands yet. I haven't been to Universal since I was a kid.
Oh,
I can't pay that much for a Universal ticket to get so little, and then when Disneyland's also like an hour away, it doesn't calculate in my mind very well. And then the times I went to Florida, I got to. Sorry, go ahead. Disney World.
No, but I can tell you though, like, I mean, I'm a Disney guy, you know that, but like Universal Hollywood is really cool, man. Like, it's worth it to like at least go.
But bringing kids, that's the other side of it. Like bringing all my kids with me, what's going to weigh out more for the experience and the price? Definitely going to be Disneyland over that. So I'm not taking them to Knott's Berry. Might not come back.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, I don't do. Webb and I went to Knott's recently, and I went on like 3 things. I don't go on a whole lot over there. I'm a chicken, you know. I went on like the mine cart, the train, and I ate. My God, I think that's about it.
Food. I would go for the food, but yeah, no. In general, though, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter. Read the books, watched all the shows. So it is something I need to go and do, but not at that price point. I'll go to Universal in Florida though.
You would love the lands. The lands are so. We went, and my daughter started reading the book, or she watched the movies after we've gone to Universal a bunch over the years. But after she watched the movies and went back to it, she was just like, it like blew her mind, because like it does look like Diagon Alley. It looks like Diagon Alley, just a little bit wider, like not as narrow in the movies. But they've really done a phenomenal job with those lands. Like, I'm not a huge Potter person, but I love those lands. Like, you just walk through there, and Hogsmeade is like at Christmas time. I just want to hang out and have a butterbeer and just.
I love that, dude.
Yeah, that's my jam right there, and that's where the vibes come in. OG, like I would vibe out pretty hard in Potter.
See, I think if we had another trip like we did with Disneyland, you would go to Universal and enjoy yourself.
If it's us, yeah. I just, once again, I just don't think I'm ready to bring the kids. My kids are at a certain age where it's not as fun to go there versus going to Disneyland.
I think if they're a little bit older and they would fucking love it there. Absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
6, 3, or excuse me, 6, 4, and 2.
Okay. So my daughter
a little more difficult.
Our daughter just turned 9, so she's kind of graduated where she likes those bigger rides now. Like as they've gotten older, Universal has, once they get a little older, Universal definitely starts appealing to them a bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
I agree
100%.
with that.
Yeah, no, Universal, it's fun out there. It is, but you're right though, Candid. Your kids are pretty young. I mean, there's not a whole lot at Universal Hollywood. I mean, they got the little Minion ride over there, Secret Life of Pets, and that's about it.
And don't get me wrong too. When they expand and they start doing more, I think that's what they really need to do. I know they're putting in the new coaster and everything like that, but I've been saying this for a while. Get rid of the studio portion, put it somewhere else. Like I get you have the tram tour, revamp it, make it a little bit shorter, use some of the set pieces, but you have so much land just to build on that. Just go for it.
Well, and that actually ties into our Warner Brothers conversation, right? Because if Comcast were to buy Warner Brothers is within eyeshot of the Universal Studios theme park. You could offload a lot of those sound stages, which are massive at Universal. Everyone and their mom films at Universal. I mean, all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were filmed at Universal, believe it or not. It's crazy. Like all the Disney stuff is over there too, even. It's wild. But you could offload a lot of those sound stages over to WB and open up that theme park space, and you can keep your tram tour and you can have more theme park. I don't know. I'm that's why I'm so bullish on this, because it works out like in 1,500 different ways for Comcast, and
do you fellas know when they say the Saudis, do you fellas know what company that represents, or is it just literally people from Saudi Arabia?
It's Saudi investment.
Yeah.
Hey, I got you.
That's what I'm like. I feel like there has to be a company like involved with it. No.
It's the Saudi Public Investment Fund. They call it the PIF. It's a sovereign wealth fund.
Okay.
That you look at a summary here and it says like it's estimated over $1 trillion in assets. They have no idea. Like it's just like their general oil fund, I think, basically, and they just look for things. They're like almost like angel investors. They have so much money they don't know what to do with. So people just approach them and be like, "Hey, here's my business proposal." And they hear them out, I suppose.
Now, Tones, let me ask you this: like, does that concern you that they would be? Because you're a big Warner guy, you love Warner, you love Game of Thrones, you love. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, obviously, let's say Comcast gets it, but they're going to be using a lot of Saudi money. Does that bother you that they would have that kind of like influence on the content, or
not at all? Because you could see what they've done with Harry Potter. You could see what they've done with that land, and you could see what, like, when it comes to. Honestly, I don't know much about the Saudis and what they've done with their money as far as studio side of stuff. I could be wrong. They could own a company that I don't know. But what I've seen them do, what I've seen Universal do, is take something like the Harry Potter franchise and make a land out of it. I love that idea now that you guys have mentioned it, is that they could do so much more with the IPs from Warner Brothers and put it in the parks. And I'm talking studios, or I love the studio side more, but I see a lot of potential with that making them a lot of money. But speaking studio side, I couldn't give you an answer. I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. I hope they continue with everything that's been greenlit. And I'll tell you my concerns, and I've talked to you guys over comments about it. My concern is that we get the 10-year Harry Potter series that's scheduled for 10 years. We get the Game of Thrones universe greenlit shows. There's animated shows. There's live action shows. There's spinoffs. Like shows like that are so iconic to me. I don't want nothing to happen to those. Now, if someone buys them like Netflix and they're like, "No, I'm not liking this idea," I'm sure it could be too late for them to back out of certain things, but I feel like if they don't like a certain TV show, they could be like, pull the plug. Yeah. Because they don't think it's making enough money or this or that. Like, we've seen what Netflix does when they're running out of money. They up the fucking your monthly bill every month to fucking, and they've done it like 3 times a year, which is insane, dude. They up your monthly 3 times, I think it was this year, or twice, which is crazy to think about. But it just seems like the one thing they have to do is just ask their subscribers for more money. And if they buy a company like Warner Brothers, what would that look like if they run out of money from the studio side? Does that mean we're going to be paying fucking $100 a month for fucking Netflix shows? I don't like the sound of that. So Comcast is looking real good right now, in my opinion. Now that
Comcast
you
is
guys
crooks
say it.
too, though, dude. Like, I don't know if you have their internet or not, but last time I checked, that shit used to be like $25.
No, I don't have their internet. I don't have their internet, but I have heard their internet cable stuff. Yeah, is like not like they've been voted like. Now, to be fair, I really want to be fair to them because their theme park studio side is, I think, run way differently. But Candid is right. Like their broadband internet stuff, like they've been voted like worst company in America like 17 times. Like, so that side is really bad. But Jared, we've talked about it. Like that whole side is like a melting ice cube. And like they're kind of like low key kind of getting out of that thing.
They're in,
like,
they're in a transition mode. They're trying to become a theme park company for the most part. And I think that's their little race they have because the linear assets are just, I mean, same issue with Disney with those linear assets. They're just depreciating like crazy. And the quicker they can start getting more profits from the theme parks, which is like, you look at Comcast when they first popped up. I think I was on TonezxOG and I was like, it doesn't make any sense for Comcast. They got $90 billion in debt. They're too big. It would never get approved. But now they're doing that spinoff, getting the debt over there, making them look smaller. Kavanaugh even said he doesn't think any of those issues would be a limiting factor. And the other thing you have to think about with the Saudi involvement, if they are with Comcast, Brian Roberts has kind of been cozying up a bit because we talked about that too, about like, is Warner Brothers and Comcast kind of doing these things in, you know, kind of like a little bit of a dance together because Roberts donated to like Trump's ballroom fund. And then the Saudis are very friendly with the administration. So if you're trying to find a good way to like get money and also butter up for approval, it's not a bad way to go about it to tap into the Saudi end of things, especially with their debt load and just being able to handle that. So I think that's where it gets kind of interesting if it's, if it's like 4 or 5 layers deep, or if it's just simply they're just trying to get money and that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Roberts is a really savvy executive. I mean, he played Disney really good with that. Fox
he's not on Bob Iger's Christmas card list, that's for sure.
Definitely not. Definitely not. So he knows how to work the room, corporate. I mean, and you're right. I mean, Trump loved the Saudi guy. I don't know his name, but the Saudi prince guy. He was recently at the White House, and Trump was giving like just gassing that guy up, like, oh man, this guy's the greatest, like he really, I mean, so Brian, I mean, and Kavanaugh, yeah, you're right, Jared. It's like, okay, we'll get the Saudi money, that'll get Trump on board, the administration on board, plus it's an influx of money, so I can kind of see the appeal. Go ahead, Tonez. I'm sorry for cutting you off, brother.
No, I was going to change the subject, so keep going. I just, something popped in my head and I was going to blurt it out, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. I finished my point, so I'm all good.
No, all I wanted to know from you gentlemen is there's been no talk of Disney buying Warner Brothers, and I don't know if that's like a monopoly thing or what the fuck it could be that there's been no talks of Disney, but I'm in shock that Disney's not in the fucking running for this Warner Brothers company, and you guys got to tell me why because I'm very interested.
I think it's 3 reasons. New CEO coming in. And there's no way they're going to throw in this in the middle of all that turmoil. Monopoly, they'd be too big. Like if any studio, they would be way too big. They would never get it approved, especially because the administration is not a big fan of ABC News and all that stuff. And the third one just simply being, I think with the theme park investments they're making, I don't think they have the money to do it. And I don't know if, I guess they could tap into Saudi money, but I think on their own, they don't really have the money to put up. They already bought 20th Century Fox for $75 billion. They're not going to be able to afford another, however many billions this goes to, maybe 75, 80 billion for Warner Brothers. So I think it'd be kind of a mess if you threw in a acquisition on top of whoever's coming in as CEO. I think that would just be kind of a weird situation to be a part of.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree. That's where I'm at too, Jared, where it's like Disney's in a transitionary period right now where they're looking for a new CEO. Josh D'Amaro, but we all know how it's going to end up. But like, they're in that process. Disney is sort of acquisitioned out. I mean, how many more? I mean, Pixar, Marvel, Fox, Lucasfilm. I mean, countless others. I mean, it's so much. and honestly, it wouldn't get approved, like you're saying. I mean, it's just too much. That's a monopoly. That is 100% a monopoly.
And they would turn Game of Thrones into a girl brand, and
Yeah.
and they would. They absolutely would.
Yeah, go Comcast.
Ray shows up over there. You're like, what the hell are you doing here? I'm all the Jedi. Like, no.
No, they absolutely would. So yeah, and plus I heard Steph Curry is going to buy Warner Brothers. So I don't know.
Hey,
Are you cool with that, Tones?
He can't even get a shoe deal. Did he lose the shoe deal?
No, he didn't lose the shoe deal. He left them.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, they Curry brand is his brand, and they wanted to make it, part of Under Armour. And they wouldn't put up the money for it, so he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do my own thing. So he's a free agent, if you will.
Oh, Nike will call him up quick.
Yeah,
go with one of the big baller
Team
brand
Nike.
with LaMelo and all those guys.
Big baller brand. Oh shit, that was a good one.
I love it. Yeah, no, Disney's not going to get in on this. It's not the move for them. I think
sense.
Disney, if anything, Disney needs to get more lean and maybe sell some shit.
Yeah.
I would agree there.
Yeah,
but my thought process was exactly what you guys said too, because like the thought of them owning Warner Brothers is just laughable, because it's like, why you guys don't need to do that. But at the same time, it would be a huge fucking, throw my dick on the table and you guys could fucking look at it move, but I would never see it happening at all.
Nah, yeah, they're not even going to make a move on it. Like I don't even hear them, like, because most of the times with the trades, the Hollywood trades, like Matt Bellani and all these guys, right? You usually hear some sort of murmurs out there about something. There's been nothing about Disney. Like, it's all been Comcast, Netflix, and Paramount, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard a peep. But even on you can always tell, because Netflix and Comcast had JP Morgan and Charles Schwab bankers looking at stuff, and like that's what you do when you're just kind of taking a peek at it, like you're test driving a car. They didn't even do that, so like they weren't even contacting bankers to even look at it. So I just think from the get-go they were just like, they would never get it approved. It's not going to work, so we're not going to mess with it.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, we'll go ahead, Tones.
No, I was gonna say real quick. Good night, Alyssa. Hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. She's real amazing. She comes on to the TikTok lives, and she's in New York, so she's East Coast, but she always comes in and shows love. So I appreciate you, Alyssa. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, everybody at home watching, make sure you follow Tones on TikTok. He's crushing it over there. And Candid Camper too. You have a pretty big presence on TikTok as well, right, Candid?
Sure, yeah, the hugest presence on TikTok. Of course. Yeah, go check it out. If you haven't followed, go hit that button.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to help you out.
Underselling himself, bro.
He's always underselling himself. I don't want people to go there like, what the fuck is this? Gaslight. No, we're doing some magic over there. We're moving actually pretty quickly, and I appreciate everybody. I don't think anybody in here follows me, but if you do, thanks for joining. I'm just here to have some fun, man. And once again, I'm just out there thinking what I think, and I'll put it out there into the universe. And if someone wants to comment on it and have a conversation, then that's what I love. We'll have a conversation back.
There we go. If you like Halloween shirts, make sure you follow Candid.
Absolutely.
I own one Halloween shirt. No, I lied. I don't.
Now we got Vanessa Ojeda in the house. What's going on, Vanessa? Sorry, this might not be part of the conversation, but Disney might be losing Doctor Who. I didn't know about that, Vanessa. Have you heard about this, Tones? They might be losing Doctor Who.
When was the last time you watched Doctor Who?
No,
Never.
Well,
exactly. So who gives a fuck?
Doctor Who's actually pretty popular.
It's like cult classic.
I think they ended the whole. I think Disney had that distribution deal, and I think they ended it. I think it was like a 2-year deal, maybe, or something. I did read something where they're no longer working with it or something like that.
Okay.
I tried to watch it.
Doctor,
I was just giving it some shit.
I believe Doctor Who. I think the last one was with Matt Smith, who plays Daemon Targaryen on House of the Dragon.
Yeah,
I believe that was the last one. I'm not too sure, but
they had a new one with that the other guy that got panned. I can't remember his name now.
Oh, did they?
What was his name? I can't remember his name now. I don't watch Doctor Who. I know some friends and they hated the new stuff. That's all I remember. But I can't say I've ever watched an episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I've never seen it myself.
I started with the old one where like the English, and it was really like hard to watch just because of the way it was filmed, non-high def. But it wasn't bad. It was interesting, and it just started off like people shooting at each other with laser beams, and then all of a sudden they're best friends, and like, all right, that's cool, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Somebody said in the chat. It's Shooty is his last name. I can't remember his first name, but it was it's the new guy, the doctor that it has not gone well.
Okay.
They're because of low viewership through BBC. So I think
Gotcha.
it might actually be not going on anymore, if I heard that correctly. But
No.
like I said, I'm not up on all the Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah, that's wild. I've heard a lot of like now. Yeah, I'm not a big Doctor Who guy. I haven't seen a single episode of it, but I've heard a lot of Doctor Who people have been like kind of mad with the
they've
Disney
been
version of it.
furious. Yeah. Shooty
It's crazy,
Gatwa.
right?
That's what it is. Shooty Gatwa. That's his name. Yeah.
Okay,
I feel
there
like
it is.
Jay would. I feel like Jay's a very like. Do you think he would like, or he watches Doctor Who? I feel like that's the type of show he would watch.
It might be. It might be. How far does that show go back? Like when Marcus, when you said you watched it, like the old one, is that like from like the 60s or something, or how?
I don't even know, dude. But it was
the
it was
50s.
like it looked like someone had a light and was shining it at the camera while they were recording it. It was weird. It was just I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah, no
All
comment.
right. Yeah, I haven't seen
Very
a single.
British.
Oh, 60s. Yes, there we go.
1963.
That's wild. That's
26 seasons. That's insane, dude.
wild. Dude, that's wild.
You know, okay, so for people to be mad at that, you don't think 26 seasons is enough? Like, come on.
Dude, look at One Piece. Don't they have like 100 seasons or something?
I was
like
just
that?
about to say
but-
One Piece and
Like,
also fucking Supernatural had fucking
Yeah, that's
damn near
supernatural, dude.
25 seasons.
that is
Dude,
true.
and
dudes
the-
were hot, great cars, great music. Come on.
And The Simpsons, that's been going on forever.
Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy's on their 45th season, I believe.
Oh shit.
Thank
Dude,
you,
that's
Cassandra. Appreciate you.
Oh, Tonez Papi
vibes.
always brings the Christmas vibes.
Oh
dude.
yeah, dude. Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
The tree is back. The tree
Yes.
Bro,
is back.
it's been up for like 4 years.
this is gonna be up until like February or March of next year. Facts.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, should we dive into some
we gotta
box
get him-
office?
We gotta
Yes,
get him some
sir.
ornaments though. So if you guys want to send
I do.
Tony some ornaments, can you Tony, if you want to drop your PO box?
Yeah,
info,
send it to the PO box chat.
There we go.
got you.
There you go.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
get it up
So we got some numbers here. We're going to talk about Disney box office, right? Because Disney has not had a fantastic year when it comes to the box office, save Lilo and Stitch. That was a money printing machine for them. But for the most part, I mean, Disney has not done that great. Now, we do have some light at the end of the tunnel. Zootopia 2 coming out.
Yeah.
Which honestly they have here. Okay, I'm gonna give Disney a free idea for Zootopia 3. We'll see if they take it. We have a Shakira character in the Zootopia movies.
Oh, I
Can we
think
get can we get a Kendrick Lamar, like a Lamar, like you know?
Wait,
Like
say his name again.
Lemur, those little lemur animals with the little raccoon
Oh,
tail.
I thought you were trying to say Kendrick Lamar and like fucking up, dude.
No, it would be Kendrick Lamar.
No,
He
I
would-
know,
he
I
would-
know.
He would
I-
voice.
He would voice
good
him.
idea, really.
Gotcha, gotcha. It
I'm
is.
telling you, man. I'm giving Disney free stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Free stuff. No,
Absolutely.
but all kidding aside, we got Zootopia 2 coming out, which is going to do probably $1 billion, and we got Avatar, which will probably do a couple billion. So they're going to close out on a pretty good, I'm assuming, pretty good note. But like, I'll start with you, Tones. I mean, what do you think so far? I mean, in terms of the Disney box office for 2025, it's been pretty weak, dude. I mean, even Fantastic Four, which I really thought was going to do a lot better than it did.
Mhm.
I mean, it was kind of mid, man.
Yeah, it was. So, I'm not sure if this is how much money they've made. Like, gross is when this is 2025 gross. That's how much they made for the movie, right?
Domestic, yeah, domestic.
Domestic. Okay, so I was expecting
Moana
a
2.
way bigger number than fucking 274 for Fantastic Four. Way bigger number than that. That's insane that it's that low, in my opinion, especially for a Marvel movie, and a Marvel movie that was not. That was supposed to be, I guess, in a way, it's savior, or in a way of like leaning up to Doctor Doom. I was expecting a lot more than $274 million. But Lilo and Stitch absolutely killed it. I mean, damn near doubled what Fantastic Four did. But some of these it's kind of concerning. Like these Marvel movies that are up here are not good. Like they're supposed to be in the high 6s, high 7s, and they're barely hitting 2. That's insane to me. Moana, I thought was going to do a little bit better too. Moana 2. I thought it was going to do a little bit better, even though 56 million is fucking. I mean, it's a lot of money. But when it comes to that movie, I was expecting it to do a lot more than that. But what do you guys say?
No, I think they've had a very disappointing box office. I mean, it's for this year, I think Warner Brothers has done actually ironically a lot better this year, but no, they haven't done great. They haven't done great, and they're lucky that they have Avatar at the end of the year to kind of bolster those numbers, because I'm almost certain that will do good. I mean, very good probably. But what are your thoughts, Jared, on this? I mean, box office wise, I mean, Lilo and Stitch obviously is like the standout, but
Yeah.
everything else, I mean, Snow White and all this other stuff, it just has been kind of falling flat, right?
Well, you've got a few problems. So movie industry as a whole is just collapsing. And a lot of it is people watching stuff at home. So it's hard to get people to go to theaters. I think we're at the tail end of the superhero. Not that there won't be superhero movies, but the MCU has extended itself so far. And back when this happened, right after Endgame, I remember saying, because I'm a huge comic book fan, and I was like, they need to just stop and reset because they keep going. It gets too complicated. And I think that's where a lot of people are now, because you're just like, where the hell is this? And you're like, oh, if you got to catch up, you got to watch like 35 movies. You're like, I don't want homework. And so I saw Fantastic Four. I thought it was actually one of the better recent Marvel offerings.
Absolutely.
But I think when you're talking about the audiences, and you'll see this. I mean, Westerns faded out. It's not that there's never going to be Westerns, but it's like genres kind of all have an endpoint or just kind of fall off. And I think you're at that. I think the live action remakes, way too many. I've never been a fan of those. And so I think when it comes to Disney, it's like they need to get the animation up because that's what they were based on for the most part. But like, I've been on this bandwagon for years of like, I love National Treasure. Just give me a bunch of these simple feel-good movies that cost $90 million to make. They make $400 million at the box office and they're profitable. Like, not everything has to cost you $250 to make. And just make more of these simple movies. But it's like with streaming there, I think they all feel like that has to go on the streaming service. And they're kind of in this weird flux where it's like they want to grow their streamers, but they also want more ticket sales. And not to mention the price to go. So it's like everyone's caught in this kind of weird loop. And I always throw John Wick as a good example. Those movies cost $90 million to make. They'll make $400 or $500 million, and they're profitable. They're simple to make, but I think they just need to get back to what they used to do, because I think they just got so used to that MCU. Like, here's that gold mine, and once that kind of ran out, they didn't really have much left.
And
Disney ruined. I'll say Disney ruined National Treasure. And also ruined Night at the Museum by putting him in a cartoon form and then a random no-name actor, and it killed the franchise. So hopefully they'll reboot. I think there is a reboot, right, coming?
That has been rumored so many times. I will believe it when Nicolas Cage comes out and his crazy self and says it's happening. The rumor was it was going to be Keanu as the bad guy and Nicolas Cage back, which I would be down.
That would be great.
Well, they had that Disney Plus show with the girl. I watched 4 minutes of that. And I had to turn it off for my sanity. I was like, I can't do this. Like, this is terrible. Like, I was just so angry. And I was like, I called Nicolas Cage. He didn't answer his phone, but I was like, why would you let this happen? But it's, stuff like that. Like simple, like, remember the Titans, stuff like that. The Rookie, like those types of movies were so good to have. And I think it's good for the culture to have like feel good movies that you walk away being like, I feel good. I want to go have a night, like I want to enjoy time with my family, not like deconstructing villains the whole time and things like that.
Exactly. A giant spectacular. Like, it's almost too much for my brain. That's why, honestly, I haven't watched any Marvel movies probably since Endgame. And also, what's that last? Oh my God, what's the show with the
Loki?
chick?
Oh,
well, I tried watching Loki. It was just so boring, dude. I'm sorry. That show was boring to me. It was so slow in the beginning. I need something that I can just turn on and watch. I don't have a lot of time in my life.
Are you talking about WandaVision?
Work. No, I didn't watch that crap.
Oh, okay.
Think about the other one with
this guy?
with Daredevil.
Oh,
Echo. think it was Echo.
Oh, Echo.
Yeah, that's the last one I watched. So my thing is like, I don't have time to do all that. I want to watch something like a feel good movie. And guess what? I just put the same shit on repeat. I watch Psych, 50 times a year.
Yeah.
Just easy to put on, something to watch, gives me a laugh, and it's nice.
So
Yeah.
two things real quick, OG. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Fuck you,
Two
Tony.
things. Can we kick this guy? So three things. Can we kick this guy? Second thing is, I think when it comes to movies, and I love having, or I hate having this conversation because it's pretty obvious why movies don't do well, is because you throw the movie in the movie theater for a month, maybe a little bit longer, and then the next week later, or no, not even, you can buy the movie for $30 on Amazon Prime or on Prime Video. If you pay the $30, you could see it an in theater experience. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Why? You give these people the option to watch it at home, which is killing your box office scores, which is making the movie theater experience shit. So instead of putting the movie out, putting it out on a streaming platform, and then 2 weeks later, after it's out of theaters, you put it on your streaming platform, let these motherfuckers wait. Let them regret not going to the movie theaters and watching this movie. But I know you have to put it out a month later because it's good for streaming numbers. I get that, but at the same time, if you make them wait and make them know that they missed out on a great movie experience, they're going to want to go to the next one, possibly a sequel or whatever the case may be. And I think that's where they've gone wrong. And to Jared's point, I think what's happening is people are doing too much for a story. Like, we don't need this groundbreaking fucking movie to come out. We just want something that is a good storyline we can relate to, or we can follow along to, and have a cool ending at the end, or maybe, a slight spin of things at the end where we weren't expecting that. It doesn't need to be this groundbreaking fucking movie that we need to see. It's sad to say, but some people don't have the mind capacity to deal with movies like that because it is too hard for them to understand what was going on. So I think that's where a lot of these movies are missing, is be simple. It's cool to be simple once in a while. You don't need these groundbreaking fucking movies to come out, especially these animated movies. Like, we don't need an animated movie and it to be crazy to think of, an ending. Like, no, just give us something cool like we can fucking smile to at the end. And it will do fucking numbers.
Well said. Well said. Now, Lucas brought this to our attention, and I think it's a fair point, and he's actually right. That particular website is, I think, opening weekend domestic, because it says here that Moana 2 had a final domestic of 460 million.
Well, when did Moana 2 open? 2024, though?
Yes.
Because I think that was just showing Moana 2's 2025 run. I think that may have what that was showing, because I was going to ask that at the time. I think Moana 2 came out before 2025. That was probably like its tail end box office run is what that site was showing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
Moana 2 made $1 billion, so it did pretty well. Like, at least.
Yeah, Moana 2 and Lilo and Stitch were like the success stories, basically.
Actually, well, yeah, for DC, yeah, but a Minecraft movie fucking killed it in the box office.
Yep.
That chicken jockey, bro.
And it goes back to what you and I were talking about, OG, about Iger's comments about like pirate story, and like it's not whatever the weird thing he said, but it's like simplicity doesn't equal bad, and like a lot of times simple storytelling it resonates with people. Like, you don't always have to go back. It's like, I've gotten so tired. Like, Thanos was cool, but like not every villain has to be like, why is he a villain? Sometimes you just have sometimes you just got Hans Gruber, and you're like, you know what? Screw this guy, and you're happy when he dies at the end and everyone's happy, or whatever it is. Like, you don't have to know, like, well, Hans had a really bad childhood and I don't care, just give me a bad, like, sometimes you just do that stuff. Like, some movies you can go that route, but it seems like everything now has to be deconstructed this, and the hero's really actually a bad guy, and you're like, just no, like, not everything has to just be this like social, introspection on everything.
Exactly.
No, I agree. And that's one of the things about like movies, like a movie like Sleeping Beauty, right? Where it's like Maleficent is just bad. She's just bad. Like, I mean, according to that movie, I know Disney sort of added all kinds of backstory to her, you know what I'm saying? But like for that movie, she's just she's a messed up person. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. I'm cool with that. You know, I'm fine with just a bad guy being a bad guy. You know, now it is cool times to have like, you know, like Frozen with the twist villain and Han and all that. That's cool too. The problem with Disney is they get like into these trends where it's like that's all they do then. It's like they'll do like the Disney princess love at first sight thing for like forever, and they overdo that and it becomes a trope. And they're like, no, we're done with that trope. Now we're going to trade that trope for the new trope, which is, you know, our princesses don't need a man. It's like, well, both are kind of cool, but like if you go overboard with either one of them, it's kind of annoying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That brings up my point too, is when are we going to get the prince's side of it? That says a while back on your show. How can we never get the prince's point of view on any of this? What was Prince Eric doing before all this? Like, let's take him out on his journey, and then he meets her. So I think that's going to be the next thing I'm putting out there in the world, and they can pay me.
I'll tell you what they should do, and I've been on this forever. Gaston from Beauty and the Beast and the Beast are the same character. Actually, the Beast may be worse because Gaston's a war hero, and sure, he's arrogant. The Beast kidnaps a woman, and he's like, I'm going to go rescue her. And you're like, oh, he's the bad guy. I'm like, what the hell? What are you talking about?
Backwards.
I want a story where Gaston lives, because during Beauty and the Beast, the French Revolution happens soon after that. They're all done for. All the royalty there is done. So Gaston lives, and because he's a soldier, he actually ends up saving them, and he gets a redemption arc. And she's like, I should have chose you. And he's like, I'm good. That's what I think. If you want to get creative, do that. And if you're going to cast Gaston, he's got to be jacked. I don't mind what's his face that played him in the movie, but like Gaston's a beast. Like I want a dude that's like the guy that played Reacher. Get him to play Gaston.
I know, right?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now Vanessa says yes to drive-ins. Now I want to ask you guys about this because I went about a month or two ago. I went to the Tesla drive-in, in Hollywood, right? And it's actually a pretty cool experience, regardless of what people think about, you know, Elon. I'm not a big fan of Elon, to be honest with you, but like the diner is pretty cool, and it does have that drive-in aspect to it, but it's like the modern drive-in. So when you pull up with your Tesla, you can watch the movie on the big screen or in your car, which is pretty dope, dude. I'm like, that's pretty sick, man. But like, is there a place, Tones, for a modern drive-in like that, like what Tesla's kind of doing with their diner, or do you think, not so much?
Oh, absolutely. And I think when Candid originally said it, the first thing I thought about was, because I've never been to a drive-in, and the first thing I thought about was never. The closest one was Concord, and I lived on the other side of the bay.
Yeah.
So like I've never been to a drive-in, but when I read his comment, and the first thing I thought about was how much of a better experience that would have been to watch a lot of movies. Maybe not like Endgame. Endgame was some of the hey, what's up, Mendy? Endgame was one of the best experiences I've ever experienced in a movie theater because of the fan base and everyone going crazy. And like it gives me chills just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So when those kind of experiences are fun, when you have the whole fan base watching a movie like that, but when you're going to watch fucking a movie to come out for the first time and no one knows anything about it, like I would love to go see it with people in my car and go to a drive-in, eat whatever the fuck I wanted, whatever I brought to the drive-in. Like I feel like that would be a better experience. So
you get
that was
two
my
movies
first
out of it too. You get
true.
2 movies for the price. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, and I think if you make it an event, like with home theaters, like I was saying the other night, you can go to Costco and get a 65-inch TV that's crystal clear for $350. Like you can have such a good experience at home with stuff now. Stuff's in HD and 4K, sports the same way. So to get to a theater, you have to have like a really good movie product, which that has not been there. Plus the expense. So like a drive-in is kind of a cool thing. It's a unique kind of thing to do. And like for a date night, like I would totally take my wife to go to a drive-in. Like you go to 2 movies, chill out. Like it's different. Like I think things like that could definitely work, as long as it's not where I'm from, because my side of town was kind of the roughneck side, and that's where everybody went to fight, was at the drive-ins, and it shut it down because of that reason. So if you can keep the riffraff out and just make it a nice experience for families and stuff, I think it could totally work. Like,
and that's the funny part.
Your car, bring you the stuff. Like I think stuff like that would be cool.
All the drive-ins that I have around us are all in the ghetto. so I don't go.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's where ours
yes,
was.
that's hilarious.
That's funny. But now with modern technology, like with the Tesla drive-in, you know you don't have to attach that little thing to your antenna or whatever. Like it goes right into your car. You go watch. Like with new technology, I think it might be kind of the rebirth of the drive-in. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I have to say too, and I've said it before on other shows, but it bears repeating because not everyone watches every show. Hollywood is really embracing these Waymo driverless vehicles. Like when we were down there, man, like these little driverless vehicles were like everywhere. Like I felt like I was in Back to the Future too. It was crazy. Now, personally, you won't find OG in a driverless vehicle. I don't trust it. I will not get in a vehicle with no human being in there driving. But still pretty cool to look at. I don't know. Tones, would you get in one of those things?
I would, just because I'm curious because I've never been in one, but I've been in the car with Marcus, so I think I'll be safe in that for sure.
What about you, Jared? And then we'll go to Marcus.
I have trust issues already, so I don't trust anything, let alone a randomized car drive me around. I don't know. I feel like I'm living iRobot, and I'm like Will Smith in that movie where I'm just like, this is all going down a really bad path, guys. Like I see the one robot winking at me. I've seen it. I know what they're gonna do, and no one will listen to you until it happens. So it's like, well.
Hey, Jared, we've talked about it on the channel. We talked about it with Conductor. We might have to all work out. Well, you already worked out. You're already ripped. But like,
I'm ready. I'm ready for the robots.
Dude, we might have to.
Is that
man.
I'm ready for the robots.
I love it.
I used to train for sports, and I saw iRobot, and I'm like, I know where this is going. I got to get ready because the problem is as they get better and more advanced, then you got to really. I mean, then you just got to get bionic legs and arms, and But yeah, you got to.
Speaking of iRobot, they're making a sequel to it.
Are they really?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is going to be the lead, and for those who haven't seen the alternate ending, that's going to be the ending they're going off for the sequel. So there was an alternate.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
The alternate ending was, I believe it was him living, and he was able to give the what is it called, the serum to the what the hell's their name? What the hell are they called?
Oh, I can't. I can't remember what they're called either. But they're talking about just the robots.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck am I talking? Shut me up. I'm thinking about the wrong fucking movie. I'm thinking of I Am Legend. I'm thinking of I Am Legend, bro. Shut me up.
Oh, okay.
Shut me the fuck up.
You said serum. I was like, is there a serum in that movie? Like, I was.
Oh my god. Anyway, just tell me to shut up, please.
No, we love you, Tones. We would never
get fucking I Am Legend. Yeah,
but Lucas and Disney here says Hideo Kojima officially announced that his production team will be partnering up with Disney Plus and Disney for future animation and movie related productions. That's pretty cool. I've talked about it a lot here on the channel. And Lucas, you're right. I don't know who that is, but I do. Solid. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, look, Asia right now is crushing it, whether it be like with entertainment, like in South Korea with K-pop and even like K-pop Demon Hunters, all that stuff. K-dramas too are massively popular. I don't watch them, but they're massively popular. Japan, anime, all that's crushing it. So I've been saying for a long time, a lot of these big American entertainment companies like Disney, Universal, WB should embrace this stuff. I'm glad to see Disney is, but Tones, are you familiar with this gentleman? Kojima?
I have no idea. I actually was trying to look him up.
He's the creator. I believe it's the same guy. He's the guy that created Metal Gear Solid, which is an awesome game franchise. That's one game franchise I'm actually pretty surprised that has not turned into a show yet, because that would make a awesome show if you did it right.
With John Cena as the lead? Come on. Or The Rock?
You can't see me.
Yeah, Metal Gear franchise. I mean, the Metal Gear franchise is huge for those who've never played Metal Gear. And now that you fucking say it, why has there been a movie of Assassin's Creed but not Metal Gear Solid?
I know, dude. It would be a little, if you stick to those games. Some of those games get really out there and some of the twists in them. But it could be a really cool, like if you did. I mean, you could do it live action, but you could definitely do like an anime style of it. But it would be so cool. And those games you could make multiple movies out of those.
Multiple.
I still remember the
multiple
one. It
games.
was like the one about the American government, and while you're playing it, the game was acting like it was like glitching out, and it was being like, "What are you doing up so late playing the game?" And I was like, "What the hell?" I remember being like 10 years old. I was like, "What the?" And it was like talking to you. They're like, "You should definitely push pause right now." I'm like, "What the?" And it was like 1 in the morning, and I was like, "I'm going to bed." Like, it freaked me out, and then I realized it like read your memory card, and it would like tell you stuff from your saved games or something like that. But
that's fucking wild.
Yeah, when you're 10 years old and that happens at 1 in the morning, you're just like, I'm getting under the covers real quick, going to bed. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
That is crazy. That is wild, dude. Ahead of its time, though, you know?
Oh, yeah. Those games are, yeah. I think they're actually making a new Metal Gear game, I think. But yeah, if anyone, those would be, if you did those right, though, that's $1 billion movies every time they come out.
Oh, for sure. And dude, I'm surprised they did the, okay, I don't know if you guys have seen the Last of Us TV show, but they've been, it's on my list.
It's on my list.
They've almost done that video game franchise a disservice. Like it's bad, and I don't want certain games you could do that to. I don't think Metal Gear Solid would ever have a problem with giving us a good storyline for a movie or a TV show. But there are some companies or some games that you don't want to make a movie for. But Metal Gear Solid's not one of those. But yeah, I would love to see a fucking Metal Gear Solid movie or show for that matter.
Did you guys play PT when it was out on, I think, on PS3? You remember that?
PT. Yes.
Yeah, you like go through like the halls at the light, and then shit would pop out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
and they
I
lost
recall
like, the
that.
rights to it or something weird.
They're
selling the PlayStation for hella money.
What happened was, if I'm thinking of the right game, they had to take the game off for sale because it was pretty much too scary. Like the thing was too. If that's the game I'm thinking about, they had to take that game off, like the PlayStation Network or whatever it is.
It was brutal, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was pretty scary because the jump scares were nuts, dude. Nuts.
Death Stranding's the other one.
That's good. Now, Lucas, thank you so much. We got a $5 super chat from Lucas and Disney. Thank you so much, Lucas. Appreciate you. Metal Gear Solid Death Stranding with Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus and Léa Seydoux. Project PT and upcoming OD with Jordan Peele.
Okay, there it is.
Toro. Interesting,
dude. Can we talk about that real quick? Can we talk about?
I know OG hasn't, but Jared, have you seen Frankenstein?
It's on my list. I have not watched it yet.
Yes.
Move it to the top. Move it to the top.
Well, we're planning on watching it. We're going to Missouri to see my brother for Thanksgiving, but I think we're going to see it like tomorrow night because I told her we need to watch it because I've heard nothing but awesome stuff about it.
Dude, it was
beautiful.
To me, probably my favorite movie of the year. I want to rewatch it as well, and I believe I'm going to love it even more once I rewatch it. I was talking to Candid about this movie, and the way he directed Guillermo del Toro directed this movie was just a pure fucking masterpiece. From the cinematography to the character development within these. I'm not going to give you details of the movie or spoil it, but the cinematography was amazing. The character development and the world that they built within, not many locations that they filmed was unbelievable. And please go watch it. It was so damn good.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I mean, I loved Hellboy. I know he made Hellboy. Like I've always kind of liked Guillermo. I haven't caught all of his movies, but like, didn't he do Blade? One of the Blades?
Was it like Blade 2?
I think it may have been. Let me look
or
up
the third one.
Blade 2 is what it looked like. I love the Blade movies.
Oh, Pacific Rim too. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah,
dude, that was beautiful. By the way, especially for when it came out, the time. Yeah,
I would say
he's interesting, man. He has a different mindset for sure, and
you need that with Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
like that game is like. I mean, you can look at it and say it's a. You got a secret agent type mode to it, but it's got some like you got your government conspiracies, but then it's tied in with just these like insane villains. Like there's one dude, I forget which game it was, where he can read your was it Psychosis? What's his name? He could read your mind, and he would like merge and out of stuff. There's all sorts of like weird characters in there, so you got to have a really good vision to do it. But if you do it well, you could definitely pull it off.
Now, what do you guys think? You think we'll ever get like a GTA movie or nah?
Yeah.
10 years. And then
Is
they'll
that
push it out another
eventually.
15.
You think so?
Fuck. They struggle to put out a fucking game. I
I
mean,
say GTA movie comes out before the game.
yeah, what the fuck, man? I mean, that franchise is, there was a video that I saw, by the way. Sorry to make this longer than it needed to be, but they made a video of what is more expensive, GTA 6 or GTA 5? Is it GTA 5 or 6?
6.
6.
GTA 6 or these like huge fucking companies to like just to make the game, or these companies. And GTA 6 was like so much more at a cost than some of the companies that they made or that they were talking about. It is insane to even think about this game not being out yet, and they're gonna put it out and it's gonna flop, and I'm gonna fucking the whole
It's not
world's
gonna
gonna be.
Do you think
Oh,
it's gonna flop?
It's not gonna flop. There's
They're
no way.
doing too much with whatever the fuck they're doing. Like, it just, at this point, how many times did they push this back? Like 30
I am
times?
curious.
That's perfection.
I'm curious as to why they're pushing it back. I kind of think they're trying to go in, and I get the idea they were going with a certain vibe of the game and the culture shifted a bit, and they were like, uh-oh, we need to kind of go back here and fix some of this stuff, because the internet is the internet. And if you have stuff like, I think now whether or not the game's good or not, I think it'll make a ton of money at least at release. Like, it's probably also going to be $100 game, so it's going to make a bank at the beginning of it. But like GTA 5, that made them so much money from the online stuff they had. I forget how many billions, but like they're still making money off GTA 5. But I think I think at some point you will see a Grand Theft Auto movie, just because the name recognition alone, if you had some sort of crime drama with it, I think it would make a ton of money if it was done even decently well.
Estimated 18.3 million monthly active users still online.
That's crazy.
On GTA 5.
Well,
That's wild.
if you guys, I think if it's called RP, or so role playing, they have jobs that people go to daily.
Yes, private servers.
Yes, bro, it's insane. Like there's actual cops within the game on certain servers where they get paid to be cops. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, it's gonna make fucking billions of dollars, but I just feel like they're gonna throw too much especially at launch, where the servers are gonna be so bad. Like,
I think it's on the wrong system too. I think something so advanced shouldn't be on a PS5 or.
Do you think they're delaying it for a PC release? I've heard some people speculate that.
Oh, it's for sure going to be on it.
Because didn't GTA 5 take like a year to come out on PS?
That's what they were saying. It was not going to come out on PC originally. It was going to be like a year later, and a lot of people were kind of pissed off, especially with all the streamers out there that they want them to stream the game too.
And times have changed, like you're talking about. Like, there's more people building PCs and going that route than there has been in years. So I think you're onto something. I like that.
That's why Lucas here, member for 16 months. Thank you so much, Lucas. Appreciate you, brother. Which one of you are excited for return to Silent Hill?
Fuck.
Anybody?
I've never played a Silent Hill.
I've only watched my brother play Silent Hill. Like, that was the only time I ever watched anything Silent Hill.
It's Silent Hill Uncle Mike's house on like his PS2.
Dude, yeah.
That's it.
Uncle Mike.
Shit.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Mike.
Oh, man. And then Lucas continues with GTA movie would be cool, but I think Stephen Og said he never wants to be in any GTA projects again. LOL.
I'm telling you, man, this delay is probably like hurting them, like mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nothing will touch Red Dead 2. That I think might be one of the, if not the best game ever made. Like, the details in that game are absolutely insane.
I tried so many times to get into it, and I just couldn't do it.
Oh, it's
I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I've tried to, because I'm like, dude, this is right up my alley, and I don't know what it is.
I'm actually really surprised you're saying this right now.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. The game is legitimately like emotional. Like, it legitimately, you're just like, oh man, like, okay, like I wasn't expecting this out of a video game, but yeah, it's if you can get in, like, if you can get past the first part, it kind of like puts you on rails in the beginning. You get to the free roam area, there's like, even if you didn't want to play the missions, you can just go on all these side quests, and you can spend like the rest of your life doing those if you wanted to.
Yeah, and see, that's what I gotta do. I think I just gotta kind of like just do it. And what happens with me is I like jump to 2 different games or 3 different games, and then I forget where I'm at. That's why I never beat The Witcher. I go back to The Witcher. I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? I'll just go play Gwent for 5 hours now. Call it a day.
By the
That's
way,
fantastic.
Witcher, terrible show.
Oh,
Yeah,
I never
didn't finish it either.
They did Henry dirty. Henry
Dude.
Cavill was he was such good casting for The Witcher too. Gosh.
Looked and just sounded like him too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Tones. Should I take that one off my list?
Yes, but I mean, honestly, I watched maybe the first 5 episodes and I got lost every time, and I rewatched the first 5 episodes probably about 10 times, and I still couldn't figure out where the fuck this was going. Like I was so confused.
Well, the good thing is they don't know either.
Yeah, I guess not. Shit.
Oh my God. John here says House of the Dead was another good one too, I think. What do you guys think about it? No?
I don't watch or play. I do not like the horror genre in general, so I don't play
Me
the
too.
jump games either. So I don't play many of those.
Yeah. Now Hudson Thomas here says every time you have Camper on, I'm expecting him to bust out into San Francisco Giants talk. Is that you? Is that you, Marcus? Would you do that?
No, dude. I would never. That is, I know my realm, and I've seen pretty much every single Giants game this whole season, but I could not name a face to the name. Dude, I watched, dude, I was telling Tony this last time. I watched all of Game of Thrones and I could probably name like 2 people. I can never remember a fucking name. It's wild.
Well, that's more realistic though. Like remembering names like fucking Khaleesi, like you're not gonna remember that name if you hear it like fucking 5 times. Like you're not gonna remember some of these people. So
now our buddy Kiki and Luca. It's always good to see Kiki and Luca in the chat. Thank you so much, Kiki, for joining us. But he says, did you guys see the Disneyland After Dark events announcements? We have less Star Wars, more Sweetheart Night, and the 70-year of favorites is intriguing to me. Yeah, 70-year of favorites was the most intriguing to me. Not surprising that they've cut back on Star Wars Night, because I think they had issues even selling that one the last time. I'm surprised it even came back at all, to be honest with you. More Sweetheart Night. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's kind of like a couples thing. That's evergreen. That's going to do well, you know? But I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was okay. I'm not really big Kiki and Luca in the after hours events. I mean, I like Oogie Boogie. That's pretty cool. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, when it comes to after hours events, I'm kind of more of a Universal guy. I'm all in on the HHN and the Fan Fest. But go ahead, Jared.
Dude, can you even imagine? I know you haven't been to the park yet. When they do after hour events at Epic, because I think that park would be awesome if you're there till like 1 in the morning, from like 11 o'clock to 1 in the morning or something, like, or 10 o'clock to 1 in the morning. Oh, dude. They would sell out of those like crazy too.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. And then Brian here says Disney Channel Night is coming back. Yeah, Disney Channel Night was actually a pretty big hit last year. Like, people really love that. Disney Channel.
Didn't you go to it last year, if I'm not mistaken?
No, I went to 90s Night.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, I went to 90s Night. And that was kind of, man, that was kind of mid though. That was 6, 7. Yeah. No, it was no.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there.
Just all exit off the screen real quick.
You were the chosen one, OG.
What did I do? No, in all seriousness, yeah, 90s Night was okay. It was kind of mediocre at best, but I don't know. Disney needs to get hungry with these after hours events, man. Like, they're getting kind of lazy. Universal is just running in circles around them. I mean,
yeah,
you know, it's kind of nuts.
Can you? I'm not too familiar with their nights, Universal's. After what did you guys call it? After.
Okay, so we have after hours events. So Universal has HHN, and we also out here had the first ever Fan Fest. Now, Fan Fest was sick, bro, because they took you down to the lower lot at Universal, the original set piece for Hill Valley for Back to the Future. And they projected like the clock tower scene on the clock tower that they used in the movie. And they dressed up the whole area like 1950s Hill Valley. It was really, really cool. I mean, it was a really, really fun experience. Then they had a lot of anime stuff like One Piece. They had One Piece there. So yeah, Universal's crushing it with that stuff. HHN is crazy. I mean, that's always crazy.
Game of Thrones for a Fan Fest and what you could do with that.
Bro.
You're speaking my language, Jared. Speaking my language.
You could, and like that, the stuff that you guys were, I saw the footage of it was like very well done too. Like, dude, you could do like that, and like Looney. There's so many things that you could do if they were happening to get Warner Brothers. But yeah, Game of Thrones would be awesome to see that.
Yeah.
Have
No,
you watched Game of Thrones and like House of the Dragon or any of those shows?
Here's the thing. I tried. So when my wife was pregnant, she loves dogs, and her sister was really into Game of Thrones. And I had a couple of business partners like, you got to watch. I'm like, hey, let's watch this show. So we've watched the first one, and one of the dire wolves gets killed.
Yeah.
And my wife is 8 months pregnant, bawling because I was like, and I saw it texting her sister. I'm like, what the hell? You know how? She's like, oh, I forgot about that. Okay, just watch the next one. It's fine. The next episode, the mountain just kills a horse in the middle of a thing, and she's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So like I've seen some stuff, and like I enjoy it, but it's probably hard to watch a show that's like that in depth, that long. Like if we want to watch something, she wants to watch something else. So I haven't really watched it yet. I'm aware of like a lot of stuff that happens, but we tried. But my wife, in her love of animals, was like, I can't do this. And I was like, okay, that's fair.
Very understandable, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. But gentlemen, fantastic conversation. Really fun time with you guys. I love getting the band back together. It's been way too long having Tones and Marcus back on the show together. And Jared, always a good time, brother. I'll start with you, Tones. If you're watching this on OG55, where can everybody find Tonez Papi on the internets?
Yes, sir. We got to have these lives again, bro. It's always fun talking with you, OG. Good to meet you, Jared. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man,
for
too.
my first live back. Fuck you, Candid. Just kidding. I love you, brother. No, but yeah, you guys can find me at Tonez_TV on all platforms. I cover a lot of TV show and movie content. Like I said, we're going to be doing Stranger Things, all Game of Thrones spinoffs here in the next year, amongst other TV shows as well and movies. But go to all platforms, Tonez_TV. Candid and I are going to be doing a whole bunch of breakdowns with trailers and stuff coming on Tonez TV as well. So you'll be able to catch him there as well. But thank you again, gentlemen, for joining us. Had a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Candid Camper, where can everybody find you on social media, sir? I caught him off guard. See that?
I love you, bro. I love you, dude.
I was trying to think of another name to compare Tony with when I say fuck you, Tony. I was thinking Steve Young. So fuck you, Tony. Fuck you, Steve Young. And Randy Johnson. Fuck you too, Randy Johnson.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, find me with Candid Camper, TPT, Candid Camper over on YouTube and over on TikTok. And then I guess on Tony's channel since I just fucking am there now. Thanks, Tones.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Got you. And Jared, where can everybody find you on social media, sir?
Well, thanks for having me. Nice meeting you guys as well. We'll have to do this again.
Absolutely.
And I just subscribed on TikTok. I opened up my TikTok, put it on there. So we just now started reposting stuff over there. So I'm on TikTok a bit more than usual. But no, it was a lot of fun. You can find me at Captain Magic on YouTube and social medias, and then at CTM Podcast if you're looking for Disney World or Universal Studios in-park tips and reviews and all that stuff like that. So that's where you can find me.
Absolutely.
There is, everybody. I will be linking all of their information in the description down below. Make sure you follow and support these fine gentlemen. Thank you for watching this episode of OG55 along with Tonez TV, a multi-channel collabo. But yeah, support these fine guys and comment down below with all your thoughts on everything we talked about, whether it be the Warner Brothers sale, whether it be the Disney box office, whether it be Game of Thrones, whatever it may be. We'll talk about it in the comment section. Thank you for watching this episode of OG55 and Tonez TV. And until the next time, see you later.